Good morning, friends and Bitcoiners. Well, we're going to try this again. We had a couple technical difficulties with running the stream before, so we're going to just go ahead and retape the show. Sounds like a plan. All right, so today, first off, my name is Mr. Clifford T. Mitchem, and I will be your host today for Crypto Kickoff. And this is the show where we look at last week and last year, the previous performance of Bitcoin to determine what the expectations are for the future performance of Bitcoin. So just before we kick everything off, we have a little disclaimer. And that says, this show is the information provided in this show is for educational purposes only, not financial or investment advice. For financial advice, please speak with a licensed professional. So now with that said, let's get into it. All right, so looking at the performance of Bitcoin last week, we see that it started off the week at $6,710.80, finishing the week at $7,139.25. All right, that's a gain of $482.25, or about 7.2% increase. So that's fantastic for the week. It's about 50% above what we look at for day trading purposes, so it's doing very good in performance for that. The notable thing about this is, though, when you look at the chart, you see that it's like a plateau with a little drop off and then like another plateau, a little drop off, another plateau. What this shows is it's a gentle trend. You have a lot of balanced investors that are coming into the market, a bit of a sell-off because they get spooked by one thing or another, and then they come back into the market. This is actually very good. Now, when you get a lot of spikes, you have a lot of people that are panicky. So they'll jump in, and then all of a sudden something doesn't go right, they jump out, and that just increases the chart to increase the volatility and doesn't make anybody calm, safe, or feel reassured as far as the future performance of cryptocurrencies. So this is actually a very good chart as the progression goes up, plus it has an upward trend, which we can see when we look at the comparison between last year. So this time last year, Bitcoin started off at $4,345.10, finishing the week at $4,578.77. That being a gain of $233.67, or about 5.4% increase. That's just that what day traders like for Bitcoin performance. So it's doing really good in comparison to it, but we're looking at this week and last week. You also see that steady progression and that gentle uptrend of improvement in price, so that you can see, again, you have a lot of strong investors that are coming in. They're not getting too spooked as opposed to this week. A big factor going on with this week is the announcement from the SEC as far as the exchange-traded funds for cryptocurrencies. But we'll see how that goes towards the end of the month when they make their announcement. But overall, looking at the 2 weeks, it's a nice progression, still very similar between the charts, and an overall uptrend. So, looking at the quarterly actions, last quarter, which is actually going to end at the end of this month, it started out at $2,436.40, finishing out the quarter at $4,338.71, a gain of $1,902.31, or 78.1% increase. Now, I don't really think we're going to see an increase quite like that just because of the ridiculous bear market we've had for the first 2 quarters of the year. It's just not quite there. However, I do expect to see an uptrend once we do hear the announcement at the end of the month, and in general just for this quarter. The third quarter generally ends up a little above flat as far as performance goes when you look at year-on-year activity within cryptocurrency. And Q4 tends to be where the all-time highs are hit. So we still have a lot of potential coming in for that. So now looking at what we currently have for this quarter, it started off at $6,367.29, finishing or coming up to date being $7,193.25 as of Saturday. That is a $335.77 increase for the week, or about 5.3% increase. So now that again is just a day trading, so doing very good on that activity. And we just had about the bottom of the dip. You had a lot of fallout from the actions as far as the SEC not approving the ETF earlier this quarter. So we had a big run up and then a drop off from that. However, you see the gains have returned to reach what it was the previous all-time or previous high for the quarter. So we're doing very good, or almost reached previous high. We're doing very good as far as that upward trend, and I really could see a bump coming in towards the end of the month. Now, the thing to keep in mind, particularly with regard to the ETFs, I'm kind of a mix as far as my decision towards it. I like the aspect of it coming through to get more institutional funds coming in, increase mass adoption, get more decentralization in the financial system. However, you're talking about two different beasts. You have the cryptocurrency, which is extremely volatile compared to the tamed markets of the legacy markets. So they just don't like that unstableness. And not many investors do, but in crypto world, we tend to maximize on that instability. So you have two different animals before that, trying to put them together. Putting them into the same market, I really don't see as necessarily the best way to go. Creating another market that runs parallel to it or something outside of it, I think that might be a better route, but we'll see what the SEC actually ends up coming and doing. And that's really what's going to determine how well this quarter is going to finish up. We still have a lot of funds coming in, but if they don't approve it and they don't incorporate it at this stage, I do expect it to have a drop off and then another return as we go into the fourth quarter. But overall, we do have other countries that are incorporating it in some fashion. In Australia, you can actually pay your utility bills with it. So there's a certain level of mass adoption that is coming in and normalization. So there's something there. It's not going away. Bitcoin's doing good. So moving on to our next portion, which is our top stories for the week. The first top story is actually from August 31st. We have posted on our site, BitcoinCrypto.news, and that's from Yahoo Finance. They now offer trading of 4 cryptos on its iOS app. Now that iOS app, it's limited in the sense that it's only a portion of the market. Android's still the dominant platform throughout the world, so you're not addressing all customers or all clients or all users of Yahoo. What that shows me when I look at that is they're creeping into the market. They're not exactly going full bore and just putting everything out there. They're slowly getting adoption, checking to make sure it's going to go through. You have to understand, Yahoo, they're kind of rebounding from that big hack just a couple years ago, and that more and more information keeps coming out. So last thing you need is another hack similar to that, hot wallet coming online or staying online and getting access hacked, and people lose tremendous amounts of funds. So I can see why they're tepidly getting into the market for that, but I also see how it's also going to be a leader for other larger corporations to be entering the crypto space. And again, normalizing that activity so that Bitcoin and other altcoins are just included in the whole bag of currencies that people use day to day. The next article I'm looking at is from August 31st, and it's from the Dutch Central Bank Advisor. Bitcoin price changes with Google search activity. Now, this really isn't what I would refer to as a top story. However, it is very interesting. What's interesting about it is that through search engines like Google, who's massive, you can actually see trends. Like you can tell how bad the flu season is going to be based off the number of searches that are coming through. What this is showing me is that more people are looking at cryptocurrency, so you have more people that are actively getting into cryptocurrency. It's one of the methods that's very simple to do research on, and people, once they do research, tend to find out it's a great idea to use cryptocurrency. Just from the decentralization aspect from it, just from the financial gain potential, there's a lot to it there. And it's a lot simpler to use than standard TA, technical analysis. And crypto space, technical analysis has its place, but for the average person, they really fall into the buy the rumor, sell the news, old adage when investing. So it makes it simple, easy for anyone to get involved. if they can just go ahead and research these trends, make sure the articles and information that's coming through is actually positive, or they look at the negative articles and do a sell-off. So it's very interesting, but you can check out the article by getting the show notes. And anybody that would like the show notes, by all means, email me and I'll send you a copy of those. And the other article actually didn't come from our site, but I got it through our Twitter from Mainstream Crypto News. Love the information they pass out. We share and retweet articles from each other all the time. They have great information, wonderful resource. So thanks, guys. Crypto shout out to you. And I'll be on the chat with you later to let you know. All right. So the article is actually from August 26th, and it's saying Ohio lawmakers have academic plans to make the state a hub for blockchain development. So all the coders, entrepreneurs, project leaders consider looking at Ohio because they're going to have friendly legislation. They have open arms and are very welcoming to the crypto space. This again bodes well to the normalization of cryptocurrencies. We're going to have mass adoption. I believe that Bitcoin and blockchain technology and altcoins are a freight train that's barreling down the path, and they're going to be destabilizing and disrupting a lot going on in the financial realm, mainly from the aspect of people have a tremendous resource to get financial gain and overcome the legacy market inability to produce for the average person. So there's a lot of incorporation that we can see from that, and not to mention, who wants to miss the boat on crypto? So the lawmakers are really getting ahead of the game by inviting the crypto space in and trying to curtail it, corral it, or put it into some box that it just won't fit into. So check out that article. And for other top stories, be sure to check out BitcoinCrypto.news. We update and post articles daily. If you do have an article that you feel should be on the site, there is a link that we can go ahead and submit that article, and we can add it to the page and the blog and get that information out. By all means, also drop me an email or shoot me a text or message me, and I will get your information out there as well. Next, we're going to go over our daily series, 1 Minute With. Now, in that 1 Minute With series, what we do is we look at a coin a day. And then we go a little 1 minute video to give you a breakdown of what that coin does and information on that project. So now on last week, Monday, we looked at Theta token. Now what this one does is develop the next generation of video access on the blockchain. You actually get paid in their token to stream and host content and share your processor resources. So it's a tremendous way to get people out there to avoid the advertising aspect of it and actually benefit from watching, viewing, hosting, sharing information. So be sure to check out our video for them and check out that project. On Tuesday, we looked at Substratum. For Substratum, it's the foundation of a decentralized web. It spreads information, again, by paying people in their token to host and share their content. So just by hosting that information and that web content, you're going to get these tokens. So why not get a piece? Nobody truly likes too many commercials or anything, but we do understand there's a necessity for it. But if we can actually work in conjunction to provide resources for the content creator and the viewer, talking about a win-win with Substratum, check out their video. On Wednesday, we looked at Noah Coin. Now, Noah Coin, I think, is a really interesting and cool project. What they're doing is they're developing a future centered on blockchain. They actually want to start by working with resorts in the Philippines and providing a crypto economy where you're buying, selling, trading, and doing day-to-day activities in cryptocurrency, all leading up to an entire crypto city. So I think that's just a really cool idea. There's so much going on in the crypto space, and I think this is an idea that really, I'd like to see become successful. But check them out. On Thursday, we have Horizon. Horizon is actually a rebranding of Zencash. And Zencash is focused on bringing privacy to life. So under the new brand Horizon, They've incorporated some upgrades to the technology and bolstered up the privacy aspects and the governance. So that way you'll have more interaction with the development team as far as the progression of what's coming down the pipe. So that's always been a good project. Keep up to date with them. Check out the video. Look at their stuff. On Friday, we have Enigma. Enigma is making decentralization work. What their project does is it takes data storage, which is generally cumbersome on the blockchain and not really easily accessible, and puts it into smaller packets so it can actually move around and become useful. What it also does is, due to the inherent aspect of having an open ledger, it's not necessarily the best idea to put secured information out on the ledger. So what they do is they actually add a privacy aspect to the open ledger, so it makes it secure and you can protect sensitive information. So the Enigma project, doing some great things. Check out their video. And if you're interested in that, check out that project as well. So now we have an announcement. Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida is going to be meeting September 6th at 6 p.m. Check out the meetup group to find location and getting details on it. It's actually going to be a catered event, so if you'd like to have food while you talk about Bitcoin, hanging out with other enthusiasts, be sure to get a ticket for that. Otherwise, come on by anyway. It's always great to hang out with Bitcoin enthusiasts. So that way, when you're actually talking about one coin or another coin, or I think this one's really cool and that one's not, you don't get that glassy-eyed look and people's eyes just kind of roll in the back of their head because, hey, this guy's bringing up Bitcoin again. He's always talking about Bitcoin. So you can actually hang out with some like-minded individuals for that. And we actually lead the largest crypto enthusiast meetup here in Southwest Florida. So come by, join us, hang out. It'll be a good time. And you can find us by going to meetup.com and then searching for Bitcoiners of Southwest Florida to get the location and details. And the best resource I can do for you all is providing the live courses. Signing up to get a live class, that way you can enter the crypto space for our Tuesday class for Bitcoin 101, or if you're an intermediate or more advanced person, you can go into building your portfolio and expanding it with a Bitcoin 201. And we hold those on Tuesday nights at 6 or Thursday nights at 6. Be sure to message to get details on ticket information. And you can find us on all of our social media accounts. We have a MeWe account, we have a Minds account, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, so you can get around. Facebook, great resource, but I understand a lot of people want to move on to other platforms and focus on those. And hey, we're there too. So find us out there and we can talk on that space as well. So be sure to comments, likes, how am I doing on the show? What should I add? What should I take away? If you just want to give me a thumbs up, you want to, bump on that like button, pass it around, always appreciate it. And as I mentioned previously, I am putting together an incentive program. So minimum, I'm going to get you a crypto shout out. But overall, maybe we'll have some gear we can pass out, maybe some cool tech, or maybe some coins we can shop around for sharing and liking our videos. But that's coming down the pipe, so stay tuned and we can get that up to date for you. And we do have referral links, so if you're looking to get a Binance account or if you're looking to have your Coinbase account, by all means, check out the description below, and that'll have links to that included, along with our donational addresses. We are here at BitcoinCrypto.news and Crypto Kickoff are not above donations. It helps us keep expand the work that we're doing in the crypto space and bring you cool information on coins and projects. So by all means, drop some stuff there for that. Always appreciated. With that in mind, that's all we've got for today. Stay tuned for our next show next week on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll get more information on the previous week in Bitcoin. Tell us what's going on the future week of Bitcoin so you have a great expectation. So as you go through your week and you enjoy your Labor Day, just remember, you got to risk it for the biscuit.